Hi guys, welcome to Fitness Desserts View YouTube channel. So today we're going to be learning something different. It's not a cake recipe and it's not a TED talk. We're going to be learning how to make quick substitutes for some particular cake ingredients that come up in recipes that might actually confuse most bakers out there. So I'm going to be giving you 4 quick hacks for like 4 substitutes for 4 different kinds of ingredients that we use all the time. Okay, so first of all, we're going to be learning how to make a cake flour. We're going to be making a substitute for the self-raising flour. We're going to be learning how to make caster sugar, and then we're going to be learning how to make buttermilk. These are staple ingredients that are always very constant in recipes that might tend to confuse people. So let's just go right into it now, because I don't want this video to take too much of our time. So we're going to be starting with the buttermilk. Buttermilk is simply, first of all, you realize that buttermilk is actually not very cheap out there. So for you to actually save cost, cost-wise and easy accessibility, you would always just need to use your white vinegar. Any good brand is okay. So this is white vinegar, and then you could use your full cream milk, or you use your evaporated milk. It's not a new thing to know now that I always use evaporated milk for all of my milk-based recipes. So you're going to just need 2 ingredients to make up your buttermilk, and you're going to be good to go. So you're going to be needing, first of all, 1 cup of any milk of your choice, but definitely not low-fat milk and not soya milk. Simply just full cream milk or your evaporated milk. You're going to be needing 1 cup of this. I'm illustrating for you to see, just as seen here. Okay, and then just simply add 1 tablespoon full of the white vinegar, not apple cider, not anything, but white vinegar. So once you do that, now add it to the milk and just pour it into your cup, and you can already see that it immediately starts to coagulate, and that is where the concentration lies. All you need to do is you either decide to give it a quick sweep like this if you decide to, and if you decide not to, you can leave it. It's going to be as effective. And once you're done with that, just leave it aside for about 10 minutes and your buttermilk is ready for use, just like the store-bought one. So that is the first thing we're going to be doing today. This is the buttermilk substitute we just had. So next thing we're going to be doing is how to achieve a good caster sugar. Basically, caster sugar is just finely processed sugar. It's just the term that makes it a little bit confusing. Caster sugar is simply finely processed sugar. So in the absence of getting the finely processed sugar, the kind of sugar that is similar to confectioner's sugar, but then it's a little bit more coarse in texture than the very smooth confectioner's sugar. So all you need to do is just to get your granulated sugar. In this situation, you don't need any bit of measurement here. No matter the volume or the quantity you need, you repeat the same process and your caster sugar is good to go. Especially for those of us that make a lot of cheesecake, that make a lot of sponge cakes and all of that. Granulated sugar is always too heavy for such recipes, so you need to get it aerated by processing it finely in just a few seconds, as I'm just going to be doing now. So you just pour your granulated sugar into your food processor or in a blender, as you're seeing here. I deliberately use this because for those that don't have the really expensive food processor, you can actually still use your kitchen blender to achieve this. See what it looks like. So all you need to do is just work it for a few seconds, and you'll even see that your granulated sugar turns into caster sugar in just a few seconds, and it comes off like that. Now, what you have is that you just let's go ahead and do that. You don't need to add any bit of ingredients or anything before you eat. You can already see from the video that the cream colored granulated sugar is already turned into the white color. That's very typical of what a caster sugar should look like. So I don't want to wait. Look, let me just give it a good shake. Can you see already? Can you already see? I'll be pouring it right back into this place so that you can see it very much clearly. I'm not done. Just to make sure that for you to get your good result, you have to be patient to get it well blended. Alright, just make sure you sit still. sugar is already almost, it's 80% almost ready. The only thing that is needed now is just to give it one more run and your caster sugar is ready. So can you imagine? You don't need to actually, because especially for those that actually work with recipes that is not solely on caster sugar, you don't want to spend so much money trying to get that over the shelf. You can always use your regular granulated sugar to give you good. I don't know if you can see very closely. So now if you check the texture of this is actually rougher or coarse, more coarse in texture than what a confectioner sugar is, but it's actually not as smooth. So you cannot say you want to use a confectioner sugar to sit in for a caster sugar. Caster sugar is different, granulated sugar is different, and confectioner sugar is different. But the only differences are the quantity of the sugars in them and their texture. So this is a good substitute for your caster sugar. Let me put it back in here. But if it's just a bit, so you can understand what I'm talking about. See? Can you see this is a lot more different than what I poured in there? So that is your, I'm not going to be patient enough to wait till it's all done. I'm sure you get the drift. This is what your good caster sugar should look like. So next up on today's class is to learn how to make self-raising flour. Now self-raising flour comes in recipes that do not need baking powder. So for you to actually get your self-raising flour, you know, there are times that you want to bake up a cake and you don't even easily have it on ground to work with it. You can always use your regular kitchen ingredients, and that is basically contained with your all-purpose flour, your baking powder, and then your salt, and then you have your self-raising flour. So for you to make up your self-raising flour, the first thing you need to do is get a sieve, like something like this, put it over the bowl like this. So you basically will just be needing, let me clean this up, okay, because I used it already. So you are basically going to be needing just 1 cup. So the thing about it is, it's very okay for you to double this as much as possible. Make sure that whatever flour you're using, make sure it is well leveled out. You don't want any part of heaped flour. So put your 1 cup of leveled flour into the fine sieve like this, and then you add up just 1/4 teaspoon of salt into it. This is for self-raising flour. We are still going to be talking about the cake flour. That's going to be the last of the cake. 1/4 teaspoon of the salt, and then you're going to be needing 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. Remember that baking powder is a raising agent by itself, so that is why it's more like the core ingredient here together with flour. So leveled as always. That's the first one, and then this is the second one. Goes in, and all you need to do once or twice. Once you do that, make sure, so once or twice, and your self-raising flour is going to be ready for use. So here you have it. So the next thing we're going to be doing now is to how to make our cake flour. So as always, you're going to be needing the bowl and then the sieve. You're going to be needing 1 level cup of all-purpose flour again. Okay. So when you do that now, the only thing is you need to subtract something and you add up something. So basically, you're going to be taking out 2 level tablespoons of the all-purpose flour and returning it back to the main bowl, because you're not going to be needing it anyway. So look at it here. And then you will then go ahead to add 2 level tablespoons of corn flour into the mix as seen here. So after doing that, you're going to need to be sieving 3 times at least. But I don't do that more than 3 times anyway. I have another bowl here. So you sieve the first one, and then you repeat the same process with the second bowl. In the process whilst sieving it, you're going to be incorporating a lot more air in the flour to give it the necessary time of air it needs. And then when you do that now, you repeat the process 1 more time, just to make sure that whilst you're sieving, you're incorporating air as much as you're making sure that the corn flour is getting well thoroughly blended into the flour to give you the exact results that you need, despite it being a substitute. So, and then you can then go ahead to use it as applicable in your recipe that calls for a cake flour. So there you have it, guys. Your cake flour is ready. So at this point now, this is just a quick recap of what we had today. This is the cake flour we just did now. This is a self-raising flour substitute. This is a caster sugar substitute. And this is the buttermilk substitute used why I used the evaporated milk and the white vinegar. So I hope you guys found this short class very insightful and explanatory. I hope you're going to be, making do with all of these substitutes in case where you run out of ingredients, or should in case you feel like some of all these original ingredients are a little bit too expensive for you. And especially for those that do bulk baking, you might need to look out for these substitutes that will still give you the same amazing results you'll be using as if you were using the original. Alright, it's just a substitute, but it's actually just perfect. So till next time guys, this is going to be all for today. Till next time guys, if you found this class helpful, please kindly give us a thumbs up and let me know under the comment box your reviews, your feedbacks, and your general comments. Anyway, I will be there to respond to your questions as quickly as possible, and I will be always here with you guys to let's learn together all the time and continue to build it into okay. So see you next time guys. I remain your favorite girl, your favorite baker girl, famous desserts view. Bye.